guys, Sean Russell here, and today I want to talk about habits, because habits are one of the most important part of improving your life and achieving success. Here's a quick fact. 45% of what you do every day is habitual. It's automated habits. This goes as small as answering your phone when it rings, even something like that is a habit, to viewing pornography, eating cookies, and doing things that are detrimental to your success. The way a habit works is it has three parts. It has something that causes an urge, something that happens. You see a plate of M&Ms on your counter, possibly. The next thing that happens is a response. Your response is how you react to this urge. So maybe you go and you take a handful of M&Ms. And then the last thing that happens is the reward. And even if it's not benefiting you positively, eating a handful of M&Ms is still associated with a spike in dopamine and feeling good, having some comfort food and reward. So good habits and bad habits both have these rewards. The opposite example would be meditation. You're feeling stressed. Instead of having a bad habit of freaking out, you relaxed and you did some deep breathing and meditation, and because of that, you felt better. That was your reward. That's a good habit. So imagine if you could change the 45% of your daily life that's habitual and make every last percentage positive habits that propelled you towards success and improved your life every day. This would mean that your automated autopilot self was constantly being improved, instead of 40% of your habits being bad and 5% being good, which meant you on automation was either stagnating you or even worse, holding you back. Imagine. It's very possible. So what's the first step? The first step is becoming consciously aware of what you do on a daily basis, consciously aware of the habits that you have now. This in itself is a habit, becoming consciously aware. Asking yourself, what am I doing right now and why am I doing it? Being consciously aware and questioning is going to really make a difference and cause you to start to pinpoint your bad habits. And step 2 would be to start removing those bad habits. So when you feel the urge to do these bad habits based on your reward circuitry, you can start to resist these bad habits. And over time, the circuitry will die, your brain will create new circuits, and you'll be on your way to replacing those with good habits. So that's the third step, is to start taking on some good habits that will improve your life. Now there's a lot of ways to do this, because it's easy to just say, take on some good habits, but it sets you up for failure because people are lazy. Some good habits are very hard, like meditation, to stick to. So what can you do? The first thing you could do is what a lot of people who are big proponents of habits talk about, is to start very small. For example, if you want to become more clean and you want that habit, just have a habit right now, start one tomorrow, of making your bed every morning. That's all you have to do. After 30 days, or, let's jump into that. After 18 to 66 days by science, that's how long it takes to form a habit, depending on how hard it is. Something very easily, you could form a habit in 18 days. Something that's more difficult, like meditation, it could take as long as 66 days for the brain to create new circuitry and form what you're doing as a habit. So start small and create a quick habit. That habit can then escalate into a larger habit of cleaning your entire house every night before you go to bed and starting fresh, which we talked about last episode. And another example would be, if you want to start exercising and you want to make it a habit, that's a big task. A lot of people talk about instead, why don't you just, instead of having the habit in mind of exercising, try to do one sit-up a day or one push-up a day. This is easy. It's setting yourself up for a win. And after a month of one push-up a day, it's a habit. And then you can start doing one push-up and be like, oh, this is pretty easy. I'm going to do 10 push-ups and I'm going to do 100 sit-ups. And it's already a habit in your mind, and you can just add on to that habit. Another great tip is to set up your environment in the way that it will help you have positive habits. What I mean here is, imagine if every day you went in your kitchen and you had a bowl of M&Ms sitting on your on your counter and you were trying to formulate a habit of eating healthier. This is not good, this is not making it easy for you. This is making it harder. So the first step would be to remove those M&Ms from your counter so it's harder to do those bad habits. And the next step would be to go even farther and maybe have cut up vegetables and celery in your fridge, easily accessible, to create a good habit of eating healthy. Like, you really want something fast? Oh, I have some peanut butter and cut up celery here. It's already made. It's easy. Another example would be if you wanted to pick up the habit of flossing. I hate flossing. I don't do it. But if you wanted to, having like self-flossers, having a bucket of like one-time flossing things next to your sink would be setting you up for success. So shape your environment for positive habits to happen and remove anything in your environment that would cause negative habits. Another way they have apps like Lyft and other apps that will remind you to do your positive habits that you have set. These are pretty good. They're pretty useful. I don't use them because I'm old school, I guess. But if you really have trouble sticking to your habits, every time you wake up, you'll get an alarm on your phone and it will say, make your bed. And just do it. Just listen to your app. And last is to practice something that's called habit stacking. And it's stacking a good habit on top of a habit that you already have. So for example, if you already, made your bed every morning, then it became a habit, like we talked about before. You can stack a habit on there to maybe sweeping your floor, or you could, a simple habit of getting into bed every day when you want to go to sleep. Going into your bed to go to sleep instead of doing it on the floor is a habit. If you could stack something on top of that, like, okay, every day when I go into my bed at night, I'm going to say 5 things that I'm grateful for. That is a really good habit, gratitude. So habit stacking is something that's really easy for you to do. So if you really want to be successful and improve your life, stacking habits or creating 45% of your automated life with positive habits and eliminating all the negative ones is making you automated on your way to success and improving your life in whatever you want to do. So simple. And I challenge you to take action immediately after this video. Maybe download an app or start formulating a simple habit. Maybe it be 1 push-up a day if you want to start working out. If you want to be more clean, maybe it's start making your bed. Maybe it's flossing. Go around, pick one habit, make it very easy, and then shape the environment in your room very quickly to make this very easy for you. This can truly change your life, and this can really improve everything that you do. It's one of the keys to success and improvement. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave us a comment, hit like below, because there's a lot more great videos to come. Check out my personal website, SeanRussell.me, or menprovement.com for more ways to become a better man and improve your life and get your free starter kit. Thank you.
When you're done watching this video, make sure you head to menprovement.com and get your free ebook on how to triple your testosterone in 3 months or less. Then read one of our hundreds of self-improvement articles on improving every area of your life. After that, head to the Resource Center, which is unlike anything you have ever seen on the web. And lastly, join tens of thousands of men in listening to our self-improvement podcast with the most badass topics and incredible guests. That's at www.menprovement.com, the #1 self-improvement resource for men.